My pleasure to be here at the Djoon again. One of the first times I played here was one of my first house sets. Prior to coming here, I hadn't really gotten the chance to do like a proper house music set. Frank Roger was really the first one to bring me here, and you know, I got to experience the Parisian crowd, the underground crowd, a lot of dancers, and we played together, and it was, you know, the chemistry was really good, man. It was a really great time. Last year, I came to do a party, and that was interesting because that was kind of like a mix of everything, which was different for me to do here. I think the scene has changed drastically all over the world, but particularly here in Paris as well. And you know, it was time to do something a little different here at Djoon. So I got a chance to play some soul, some funk, some hip hop, and some house towards the end of the night. And the crowd was very receptive. That was actually probably my best gig from what I remember. It was incredible. I was never really one to follow trends because trends never last long. You know, you can jump into a new style, a new genre, and you know, it's good to experiment, it's good to diversify your musical palette. But what ends up happening is you lose yourself in the process, you know, and it's always good to keep your foundation. And sometimes when you start someplace and you veer off and go, you know, commercial or go whatever it is, you lose your soul, you know what I'm saying? You make some money, you might blow up, you might get rich or famous, but at the end of the day, you got to default back to where it all started and where you came from, you know. I just love soulful music, I love funky music, I love jazz. I listen to everything. I listen to a little bit of psych, you know, psych rock, electronic music, experimental stuff, Brazilian, Latin. I mean, I'm all over the place musically, so I draw all those influences when I'm behind the boards putting tracks together or, you know, writing compositions, you know, on the keyboard or making my drum beats, you know, it's all stemming from something that happened before today, you know. But it's rooted in soul. Everything I do has got to be soulful and funky. At the moment, I am involved with a few projects. On the hip-hop side, I am in the process of starting a new Polyrhythmatics album. We never really left the studio, but we've been chipping away at a new album, and hopefully that will be completed by the end of the year. I got a new label called Correct Technique, dedicated to vinyl and putting out 7 inches, 45s. And I'm about to put out a new composition, which is, you know, DJ Spinna instrumentals. I'm gonna do a cassette for the tape, for the, you know, the specialty, you know, collector item heads, some vinyl, double vinyl. On the house side, I got a remix that I just finished up for Jose Batrami from Azimuth, rest in peace. Putting out a new Lil Louis radio on my Wonder Wax label called the Tim track. It's actually a remix of the Tim track. And I'm also in the process of constructing a new house album, you know. Haven't done one yet. I've done quite a few albums. They've been eclectic. I've had a little bit of everything on these records, broken beat, soul, future soul, hip hop, and house, but I want to do an album, you know, straight up house. Some instrumentals, some tracky stuff, and some good vocals.
Cap de fin, DJ Spinna, Djoon.